What's up, Cancer? It's your girl Tasha, aka Mama Jim, aka Jen the Butterfly, and I'm here with your October Love 2018 Tarot Scope. This will be for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising if you have a Venus in Cancer. Thank you so much for coming back and visiting me again. If you are a loyal subscriber, thank you and welcome. If you are someone who is new to the channel, make sure you follow me on Instagram. I am Gem, Gem, the butterfly _ tarot. My name is down in the description box. And while you're down there, go ahead and hit that little bell so you can get notifications when I drop new videos. All right. So let's see what we have coming in for Cancers this month. 4 cards, unless we may need more for clarifiers. And this may resonate with some of you, it may not. It's okay if it doesn't. You see, like last month, we picked up off of, we started off of, for Cancers, really starting to assert themselves and be on their own personal journey as opposed to taking on everybody else's energy. And if I remember correctly, just voicing how you feel and standing up for yourself and not being overly self-sacrificing in a sense. Giving of yourself so much that you're neglecting yourself, learning how to nurture yourself during this time. And I feel like for those who have taken that advice, I feel like where we're picking off in the month of October is that you have the Hermit card. And this is a moment of reflection this is a very reflective month for Cancers. What is Cancer reflecting on? Because everything else I see here is there is a progression moving forward. But I want to know what Cancer is reflecting on this month. This is a learning period for you. It almost feels like to me, you know how sometimes when a person finally asserts themselves and it may come off very strong to other people, like, damn, I didn't know how you felt like that. I didn't know you felt like that. And then that person who asserted themselves to other people, they may find themselves in a bit of a alone space. Like, yeah, now I said this, but now what do I do? I feel like that for Cancer this month. It's like, okay, so you put this out there, you let it be known how you feel. And now you still, in a sense, feel alone because now you have to learn how to reintegrate yourself back into the population. Now, I don't feel like any of y'all in jail or no shit like that, but I just feel like you have to put yourself, there's a moment of, you have to have a moment to yourself before you can really start to blend energy with other people in your circle, okay? You had to go back and reflect on what you had to say. I feel like some of you are really feeling proud about what you had to say or what you will be saying. So I feel like some of you, this is a will be. I mean, the Hermit card is a number 9. So I feel like this is at the end of a cycle because I feel like you had to lay the law down with some people to let them know, like, this is what it is from here on out. It's going to be like this. But at the same time, you are reflecting on how you said what you said. But maybe that's not your general, maybe that's not your usual disposition with certain people to be so like verbally assertive in a sense, or just being able to communicate yourself in a fashion that you did. I feel like if you hadn't done it, you will be doing it. Let's see. Some of you may be feeling like you spoke a little too soon, but I don't feel like you spoke too soon. You spoke right on time. You just, and it can, I think you just have some, maybe some anxiety about how you said what you said or what you will be saying. Yeah. Yeah. There it is. Queen of Swords. 8 of Pentacles. Exactly what I said. It's how you said it. It's how you said it. But ultimately, you do realize that you had to do this for your own good and for you to keep yourself focused. And that's where this is about. The general energy for the month for you is that this is you really just staying on that path. Like, you spoke it now. Now it's time for you to do it. Okay? And stay on that path and be focused. I feel like you're closing yourself off to a lot of people, a lot of things. Even if you are like I feel like if you're the type of person to, and anybody invites you to anything, you always there. Oh, I got to be there because you feel like you need to be there. I feel like you're gonna be like, no, I can't come. I can't be there to celebrate. I can't be there to celebrate. Even if you have nothing else planned, your day could be clear off. You just like, no, I got other things. I have other things that I need. And I don't feel like you're going to give any type of excuse, whereas you feel like you needed to, your declines warranted an excuse or a reason why you could not be there, or why you could not show up for other people. I don't feel like you will feel like that this month. I feel like it's going to be a simple no, I'm sorry, I can't. And for some of you, that may feel a little different because that is not, again, you're not operating under your normal MO, your normal disposition, but it's becoming the new normal for you. And it may come off to be a little strange to other people around you because they always know that they can count on you to show up and be there for them. But at the same time, you're realizing like, no, you're not realizing, but you're okay with saying no is what I feel as well. It's not that you are, you may send a gift. I may not be able to come, but you still will send a gift. But your presence, you are really protective over your energy at this time, because again, this is about reintegration of self. This is about reintegration of your energy. This is about the I keep hearing like transition of energy. And maybe it's like transmutation of energy right now. You're undergoing an alchemical process. Okay. And you just really need to, you just feel it. You really need to keep yourself away from other people, even the people in your home. I feel like they may start to feel like, okay, damn, you usually are out in the main part of the house and you're just in your room all the time. Yeah, I just need to, you just kind of keep it to yourself. Like, you're not going to give up on your responsibilities or anything like that. You'll do what still needs to be done. You cook, clean, whatever you got to do, whatever. Nothing's going to go neglected, but you're going to do what you have to do. But outside of that, you're really trying to maintain some time to yourself. You really need to, I feel like you really need to conserve your energy, because what's to come is the Empress. Okay. So a lot of you are going back from, I hate how that camera moves. Y'all see that? You're kind of regressing, and it seems like you're regressing in a sense, but you're moving back to yourself. This is the Empress. It is, a lot of people feel like it represents the, like Gemini energy. I feel like it represents more Cancer energy sometimes. It can represent Gemini. Maybe you're a Cancer with a lot of Gemini, or vice versa, or maybe a Gemini who's watching got a Cancer somewhere in your chart, like a moon or whatever. Especially if you have a moon, I would say too, in Cancer, this will really affect you, because this is about mothering yourself. This is the mother of the tarot. This is your advice. This is take time to nurture yourself and care for yourself, plant seeds into yourself. And again, going back to the very beginning, being focused on who you are, being focused on and understanding your mental state at this time, that you don't have time for distractions. You're on a mission right now to accomplish, I feel like just growth, like your soul is growing. Your soul is advancing. You're needing to allow yourself the time to advance in the matter that it is, to make the transition not as hard or difficult as it could be. Because sometimes when you fight against it, it makes it more difficult. And so you're letting it be at this point in time. I feel like with the challenges, just with the Ace of Cups in reverses, you don't want to disappoint anybody. We kind of talked about that before. You don't want to tell anybody no. You don't want to turn anybody's offers down. But you really, even if this is a new love coming in or some type of, so I feel like some people you may be turning down dates. You may be turning down engagements. I'll just keep it like that to keep it kind of general for you. You're turning it down because you're just not in the space. Even if you kind of want to do it, you just don't really feel like you want to have that time. This is about Cancer. This is about Cancer's time to enjoy. I feel like some of you may be getting into doing some spiritual baths this month. If it's not a spiritual bath, you're just taking baths in general. You soak it. You want to get into a sauna. You want to get into a what do you call those things? A jacuzzi. You may be taking a spa day. This is about reestablishing balance of mind, body, and spirit of yourself. Taking care of yourself. Go get a mani-pedi. Go get a facial or something. You know what I mean? Whatever that brings you joy into your life, that's what you're having to do at this point in time. Or that's what you're wanting to do at this point in time. Your outcome for the month. Queen of Pentacles reverse and the Three of Wands. Nothing is off-putting right now. Nothing is sidetracking you. You're willing to put in the work, and I feel like you're ending the month looking for a better day. You're ending the month ready to see a return on or a gain. Is it regain on your return? Return on your gains? Or return on your investment? That's what I'm trying to say. You're waiting to see a return on your investment. And I feel like you will. I feel like you understand the ebb and flow of how energy works. And I feel like you're starting to see with the little changes that you make throughout this month that whatever bigger result that you're looking for is going to be coming your way. I feel like you're going to feel yourself inching closer to it. And the more you inch closer to it, the more encouraged you stay, the more in focus you are, and the more motivated you are to reach those goals. Okay. You're understanding that it's a not now. So it's a not a never situation, but it's just a not now situation. And you're understanding everything that goes along with the journey. You're okay with being patient. You're okay with putting the work in. You're okay with building up yourself and having to not having to, how can I say, like, you're realizing that building yourself up does not take away from you not building from someone else. Like, that doesn't mean that. I feel like in the past you used to feel like you had to do this for other people, but you inadvertently would deny yourself and neglect yourself. And so you're realizing that it's not selfish for you to put forth the time to put energy back into you. This is because you want to see this thing grow. You want to see this thing, like, I feel like, let me put it to you like this. While you okay with being the hermit to you from a aesthetic place is not a very beautiful, outwardly beautiful person. The hermit is a person who is mentally beautiful, spiritually beautiful, because they are able to put things together in a way and correlate the spiritual world with the physical world. And that is how can I say, that is an attribute that not a lot of people have. And when you meet a hermit type of energy in your life, they are very beautiful in the way that they think. Okay? And there's no doubt that you Cancers, you think very beautifully. You have a very beautiful heart. All right? You have a very beautiful spirit. But I feel like a lot of you want to feel and look exactly how you come off. Okay? You want your outward appearance to match your inner spirit. And the only way I feel like for some of you that you feel like you could do this is to take yourself kind of like off the market in a sense. So if you are a person who have been dating for a while and, because I don't feel like anybody's breaking up with anybody or anything like that. But I feel like if you've been dating or you've been the person who put forth a lot of effort into something and you've been really trying to like keep things going, I feel like you're taking yourself, you're pulling back just a little bit to put some energy back into you. I feel like if you have been throwing yourself into your kids, into your family, and then you happen to look at yourself one day and like, God damn, look at all these dry, look at these, my eyes are dry, look at these dark circles under my eye. You know, you looking at yourself like, you know what? I am a great mom. I'm a great wife. I'm a great friend. I need to look the part. Just from a start, and it's not being vain. It's just like you just realizing outwardly, some of you are realizing outwardly you need to make some changes. Now, if it's not about a physical thing, this is about you making just a grandiose change in your life to reflect all the smaller things that you've been doing. You want to see a return again. You want to see a bigger return on your investments of the little things that you've been doing. You want to see the manifestations of all your hard work. I feel like some of you are really feeling like you need to give birth to something. I feel like that birth is a new you, a new attitude, a one that can. This is the Empress is the card of like about she gives birth. But she is also the symbol to me as of being like of life, being imbalanced of herself, and I feel like again that you want to be able to. Maybe I'm tired of this looking the part, but you want to look the part. Or what you know that you embody, because you got it going on, Cancer. You got it going on. You got it going on. You have a heart of gold. You are beautiful. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like some of you don't feel like you look as beautiful as you know that you are. And this is a month where you may be trying to make changes. Maybe this is about making changes about what you eat or whatever. But something needs to be reflected externally for you this month. And you're willing to make the sacrifices. Bottom line, you're willing to make the sacrifices to make this thing to continue to grow. And you're coming, I feel like Cancers are coming out of their shell. You're coming out of your shell. You're exuding some type of sexuality, like the sexiness about you that I think, you know, the Cancers that I know, y'all have like a quiet sexy. But I feel like this is a month where you start to show off a little bit more of your sexy. And it just kind of, it plays on all of the efforts and everything that you have been doing up until this time. Some of you, this could be a weight loss journey, like I said. I think I said that. You know, people starting to notice that you okay, girl, you losing all right. You know, it could be that type of thing. Or maybe you do something different with your hair or something. But you're doing something different to, I feel like you're trying to reflect the different light. You're trying to attract a different type of energy. You're putting out a different energy. That's your whole goal. And once you start to get some of that energy starts to come back to you, it's starting to be recognized what you're putting out. All that does is just light the damn fire for you to keep moving, because you have this commitment card. You have the Hierophant here. You're going to keep doing the right thing. You realize that this is the right thing for me to do right now, for me, not for anybody else. And see, once you start to realize that what you're doing right now as far as self-improvement upon yourself, it's going to, you realize how that starts to affect the other people. But first, you have to take the time to do for you in order to still help other people. Because again, this is not about being selfish. This is still about helping other people, but you still got to help yourself. So I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over again like I tend to do. So I'm stopping right here. So keep on your shit. You're doing good. I love you. Bye.